Payalh Agrawal, founder of Jolina Express Private Limited, recently visited KG Chaupal at Krishi Jagran Headquarters in New Delhi. She was invited by MC Dominic, the founder and editor-in-chief of Krishi Jagran, and Shiny Dominic, the director of Krishi Jagran. Ms. Payalh Agrawal's dedication to her craft runs deep, as she once mentioned having more tea than blood in her veins, symbolizing her unwavering commitment to her purpose. She is the epitome of a passionate innovator, constantly seeking new avenues to explore and experiment with everything life offers her. She has 18 years of diversified experience ranging from education, finance, marketing, brand management, business development, marketing strategy, and the food and beverage industry. Mr. MC Dominic expressed his happiness at Payalh Agrawal's presence at KG Chaupal, and he also believes that her presence enlightened all the women and inspired more and more in their life.
We today have a passionate person for chai, okay? And the variety she has created is really amazing. And the person behind the chai is still amazing, okay? Just imagine, because I have a special affinity as soon as I met her. The reason I happened to be in her district for an year. So it was, remembering, whenever you stay for a place more than a year, Sudeshna, you feel happy, is it not? The same way, when you feel somebody from the same state, same district, you have an affinity. You feel some with whom you are attached. Okay. More than that, I always love to meet the founders of any organization. Once you meet a founder, you need not read a book for a few days. So much you learn from her, so much inspiration you get. The way they have channelized the way to be a winner. It's not easy to start anything. It may be easy to sustain it, and that too for a few years. It's just a child, for a few years you have to take a lot of care. After that, they will start moving on their own. Is it not? And I was seeing the time the children call off, you get the parents get happy, And I know many of you are staying here. Every day morning, the parents will be calling. I know Murdul.
He's in meeting.
So I see some of them in the morning, they get a call from home to get up. The same way. The same is the case with a passionate founder. What he does, he cannot sleep. Day and night he will be dreaming how my product is moving, my things are moving, how I can make it appealing to all and make it a success. Is it not? And we have a Payalh here who wherever he touched, she made prove that area she has succeeded. That was, she did a hotel industry business, then handed over her brother and back into Delhi, started a tea business, that is chai. And she has wonderfully well done it. And you can see the serenity on which she has done that work. That is more interesting. The compassion she brings for the whole community she worked, and thinks of every lady, girl who picks up her tea leaves. When you talk, you can hear, you can feel the way she has grown out of that. And one make them empowered. And she has a dream to do that. And I'm sure with her passion, we want to join together somewhere. And we feel here that inspiration we can spread out to the whole humanity, especially to the women. I not say because I cannot identify only with the women, because she is a champion for the whole human being who are enduring to survive, sustain and grow well. That's what I see. And I'm very sure we are looking for an association together where Krishi Jagran and Chayo can grow together, and we can serve the community, and all those who the partners can grow well. That will be the theme on which we'll be working. Welcome, madam. Please come.
Ms. Payalh Agrawal expressed her happiness during her visit to KG Chaupal and shared her life journey, highlighting the struggles she has faced and the achievements she has attained. Let's hear what she said.
Hi everybody, and I'm really humbled to be here today. So I've not come with any speech or any thought because I just came to meet sir and it's such an honor to be actually meeting him. Thank you Abhishek sir for the introduction. Sir has actually spoken very big words about me. I'll say I'm just a girl next door. Nothing different. I was just born like any other girl in a very, very small village called Mangpur. I don't know how many, like many of you didn't have tea today. Did anybody hear about Mangpur before? Even people who are like in my family, they don't know about it. So that was a village where even today there's not a maternity hospital. So that's where I was born. But did I realize my purpose in tea then? No. Sometimes we have to go through a journey and that's when we lead or reach in life where we are supposed to. So I also had my own share of turmoil, ups and downs and a journey that I had to walk through. So I always say destination is never beautiful. It's the journey which is beautiful. Because when we are on a path, on a journey, the journey will teach us a lot. See, when we reach to that destination, it's constant. We say, it's like silence. And silence doesn't create any innovation. Dreams to my education. I was a brilliant student. I was a topper in class 10. I was a topper in class 12. To an extent that I got scholarship. I'm a diploma holder in interior designing even before I was 18. But one fine day I come home, I tell my dad, I want to fill the form to the medicals. And my dad says, your life form is filled already. That's how the Marwari family's girls are grown up. That's what happened to me. But it's okay, if that's what my dad wanted for me, I accepted that as my fate. But God has plans. We always say life is a game of chess. I might be knowing the next move, but believe in him, he knows the last move. From there to here today, 25 years of entrepreneurship journey. Situations are different. Some people are an entrepreneur by passion. But I say passion is what I learned very late in life. I'm a need-based entrepreneur. There's a saying, जब रात को घर में खाना चाहिए and if there's no food coming, the only option is go and earn the food. So that was my situation and I became an entrepreneur by need. I had no degree, I knew nothing. But being at least class 12 standard, I knew I could teach the tiny tots. I started a school of my own. I took a franchisee from Delhi, Pitampura. There's a chain of schools there, no more exists by the name of Pearls. I checked, I took that franchisee and I said I can teach children till class 4-5. So I started from there. And today I proudly say 5,000 children have gone through my hands. And today, this Mother's Day, in fact, I get a message from one of the mothers on my Insta. I've pinned that. She tags me and she writes that your student for the foundation that you gave him 22 years ago has now started his own business in Australia. This is what my earning is and this is what makes me feel proud and this is what keeps me going. So I always say I learned administration when I opened my school. But that wasn't enough. With 3 siblings, I lost my dad and my own son with 4 children to feed. And sometimes you're not very lucky to have support of some men in your life. I had to do more. A girl who did not know the 2 lines on the check, what they mean. I used to think how this piece of paper can actually bring you money. I got into the field of insurance. They say if you have no money, the only thing you can do is sell insurance. I started selling insurance. For 6 months, I could not sell one single policy. And I used to come back to my office and in insurance, if anybody has an idea, so they are like the MDRT club and everybody. And if you're a performer, you are like the hero. And if you're not performing, people don't even know you. So we had a prospective CEO's meeting and where all the MDRTs were invited. And as expected, I was not invited. And I was like, no, Payalh. If you are here, you've got to make your presence felt. First, you need to love yourself and put the challenge to yourself. You don't need to wait for a challenge from the world. So next 6 months, I was amongst the top 5 in the country. I started in 2005. 2000 September, I had no sales. In 2006 April, so what you were saying about that story of the newspaper, why I got so excited about that was, in 2006 April, I was invited to Taipei. Mr. Sam Ghosh was the CEO of Bajaj Allianz then. And I was invited for a private dinner with him amongst the top 5 in the country, 4 men, and I was the only lady representing our country. That's so. Thank you so much. And I'm not sharing all these things for your claps and for accolades only. I'm just sharing it so that all of us believe that sometimes situations are not always in favor of us. We've got to make them favorable for us. As we say that जो मिला उसको best utilize करो, and we will reach where we have to reach. Time ज़्यादा लगेगा. Some people, when they have the avenues and they have the facilities, they reach faster. We might take time. But God loves me so much. I always say I'm God's favorite child. Because if He doesn't love somebody much, He will make his life all settled and He'll say, okay, you have everything, stay there. But people like me who God loves so much, He creates new problems in our life. So this journey started in 2000 to 2009, both education and finance was happening. 2009, as we all know, the entire Lehman Brothers story and the financial bubble that bursted in the country. And the school, the franchise that I was running, it belongs to majors from Delhi. They moved to Canada. They said we are closing the franchisees, and insurance career was almost at the doldrums because nobody was buying insurance. The market was crashed. 2009, it was like from the peak of your career, your life comes collapsing down. It is like when you feel you've arrived, never feel that you've arrived. The day we start feeling that I've done it enough, that's where the downfall begins. So always make your own challenges bigger than where we are today. 2009 was, I call it so 2021 was not, 2020, the COVID year was not my black swan year. My black swan year was 2009. Nothing, I didn't know what to do. Now, all I knew was my mom taught me how to cook. I said all I could do is I could cook. 2009, towards the end, after 8 months of thinking what I'll do, I had some definitely from the insurance and all, I had some saving. I started my own restaurant. That's how I entered the restaurant domain, sir. Not from any hospitality industry or anything. So as I say that I'm a need-based entrepreneur. Passion and all, these are big terms we talk. Today I can stand on this stage and I can say, yes, I'm very passionate. But passion, it goes away of the window if fuel doesn't come in the house. So first is the fuel that has to come in and we need to work for that. From there my hospitality journey started. I kept in putting my hard work. In 3 years I made it from 1 to 4 restaurants. I got associated with Michelin plated chefs like Nishan Chaubey. I met Mr. Sanjeev Kapoor. He invited me for one of his opening to be a part of his project. Then I represented India to teach Indian cuisine globally. And that's when I shared the story with you. Tea happened to me. So imagine these 16 years. I was doing things, but I was not aligned to my why. That's why whenever I go to, Abhishek sir has invited me a couple of times to his college. And I always say that, what are we running for? We need to align the 3 P's in life. And then we need the next 2 P's. So we have all learned about the 5 P's of marketing, the product, the pricing, the positioning and everything. But I have designed my own 5 P's. I say as an entrepreneur, those 5 P's first are important. Marketing aap baad mein karoge when the product is there. When you don't have the product, what will you market? So the first P is passion. Yes, you need to know what you want to do. You have to be passionate about anything. So whether I was teaching children in the school, whether I was selling insurance, or I was standing in that kitchen and making coffee and sandwiches, I made that my passion at that time. Second is purpose. You need to find what is your purpose in life. Now, it is not easy to find the purpose so easily. If we found our purpose very easily, life was so simple. Now also I feel that yes, today I feel this is my purpose. But life is beautiful. It will keep unfolding. Tomorrow I might have a bigger purpose, but small steps at a time. The third P is potential. So I found my passion, I found my purpose, but do I have the potential for that? So I decided, okay, my passion is to now start a restaurant because I only know how to cook. My purpose is to bring food to the family. So that was my purpose. My passion was to start the restaurant. But did I have the potential? Now, potential is one thing, we can all earn it. None of us came educated or trained to this world. Whatever we are doing today, we trained ourselves. So I feel potential is something we can all learn. So self-learning is very important. Whatever we are doing, we need to make sure we follow the pursuit on that path. It gets very boring. The minute it gets a little comfortable, it gets boring. So if we read the book Atomic Habits, it's written very clearly there. The small habits, we start. Okay, if I am competing with somebody who can do only 3 Surya Namaskar, I'll feel okay, I can match her. Next day, maybe I'll be able to do 5. Yes, that's where I'll get comfortable. And I will not want to do Surya Namaskar with the woman who can do 108 Surya Namaskar. So the pursuit is important. If I continue my pursuit, I'll be able to do 108. So once the 3 P's are aligned with the 4th P, what's the main goal of life? What do you want to come out of your business? What do we do business for? Profit. Yes, that's the 5th P. So we know the 5th P of life. We all know what we want in life. But to reach to that 5th P, we need to go through these 4 P's. That's the message I'd like to leave here. And about chai, as you all know, I always say that I think my why was defined from my birth. I identified it late. Of this entire big universe, if God decided to plant me in that small village within the tea garden, He had defined my purpose years ago. But He wanted me to get ready for the journey. So I have not been lucky like many of you to see those to a college, but I learned administration when I was running my school. I learned finance, sales and marketing when I was an insurance professional, a door-to-door insurance salesperson. When I was running my restaurant, I learned management because I had to manage. So management in itself has from a man to men, right? From one man to multiple men. So we need to manage people. That's what management is about. And this tea industry is actually making me learn every different aspects, whether it is strategy, planning, networking. So life cannot be defined into one small thing. I feel the more we learn, the less it gets. So I always say that I want to be a lifelong learner. That's my only purpose of life. And thank you, sir, for lending your ears and giving me this platform to share my journey. Thank you so much.
After the event came to an end, the attendees gathered together for a group photograph which featured Ms. Payalh, Agrawal and a team of Krishi Jagran, capturing the memorable moment of their collaboration and participation in the event.